fat people should never eat fast food is the most ridiculous fatphobic lie. I went and got Taco Bell, but if I post about it in a fat body, that's bad. But thin people posting about it, great, let's do a big haul. I am not the only person who went to Taco Bell today. There were other people in line. Some people are allowed to enjoy fast food and others are not. And that's based solely on body size.
But what is this comparison? You ate your share of fast food for your life. Let thin people try it from time to time.
It's okay for some people to post food content, but a fat person does it and suddenly it's why we're fat. You cannot look at someone's body and tell how often they eat fast food or not. And it's not your place to judge someone who is eating fast food, for whatever reason. And I'm posting that I got fast food to try to change the narrative. We shouldn't be scared to post food content. I got some delicious bean and rice burritos and a nice Baja. Let's all mind our own business with the food that we eat and move along with our day.
Probably because you buy it 5 times a week.
The difference is that thin people are not one burger away from a heart attack.
I have had Taco Bell every Thursday for over a year and I've lost 135 pounds.
Fatphobia isn't real. A lot of you literally brag about how you'd rather be dead than be fat. Nobody's scared of fat people. Phobia means fear. Why do you guys cry like little babies then whenever you see a fat person just existing? Honestly, our impact, like, you hate us, but we stay in that mind. We stay in that noggin.
Yes, you are my hobby. Watching fat TikToks is the best.
Fat phobia is good. Not for people that can't help it though.
Being scared of being unhealthy and dying at 35 isn't fat phobia. I was 114 kilograms, there's nothing beautiful.
Girl, in the end of the day, I ain't glorifying sickness, fat or skinny. Just try and be healthy.
In all seriousness though, like, do not make comments like this to people. I know that you're like tagging your friend and like you aren't thinking about the creator who is like reading this comment, but this shit, it damages people psychologically. Clearly. Comments like this do not incentivize people to take care of their bodies because they make people believe that they are too far gone and that our lives are not worth fighting for. Comments and mentalities like this are why fat people like don't go to the doctor. This mentality is ingrained in us from a very young age before we even have the critical thinking skills to question what this type of language like really means and where it comes from and what assumptions lie within it. You can be fat and live a very long, healthy, happy life, just as you can be thin and die young. You are making this comment about a human being who will inevitably read that comment. Never forget that your words have impact.
No, but wait, negative comments make you not want to change. Positive comments make you not want to change. You will not change anyhow, regardless of comments, health, etc. Is there something that will motivate you to change?
These commenters also don't even realize they're hurting themselves too. Being surrounded with that sort of language every day, I can't imagine what.
And being fat doesn't mean an early death. I hope you're old AF, happy and wealthy when it's your time. Medically and scientifically it does though. Being 500 plus pounds means your organs will give out much faster due to strain.
Do you not think that the people who are that weight understand the risks commonly associated with that? If knowing the truth hurts people psychologically, excessive weight can also hurt people physically. What's your point?
Hope someday you can find true happiness in yourself.
As a big girl, I wouldn't show my body like that, but if you're comfortable with it, then you go, girl. Now, I don't understand what the point of this comment is. Are you just trying to project your own insecurity onto me? Like, are you just trying to make me think, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that? Or are you just jealous? Or is this like a backhanded compliment? Like, what is happening here? Cause like I used to not show my body like that. I didn't show my body like that until I was actually bigger. But when I wouldn't do that, I didn't tell people, I didn't announce it to people because it wasn't other people's issue. Now, on the other hand, I do hope that you can get to a point where you're confident enough to do that, but I don't think that it's beneficial for me to know that about you because, no offense, I don't care.
Confidence is one thing, madness is another.
You go girl, is all that's necessary, otherwise, shut it.
I'm going to FatCon in Seattle, Washington, January 5th through 7th, and I want to see you there. FatCon is a 3-day fat liberation celebration, y'all. We will be celebrating fat liberation, body acceptance, and the power of being in fat community. With over 60 hours of programming spanning from policy, legislation, healthcare, community, and visual arts, plus a ton more, this is sure to be something you don't want to miss. The vibes are going to be immaculate. With a fat brunch, a fat fashion show, and a fat vendor marketplace, there is so much to do. Plus, there's some really cool experiences you can sign up for, like some fat liberation photo shoots and some incredible shopping experiences with 2 big lawns. Being in fat community with other fat people who just accept you for who you are and get it is such a great experience, and I want every single person watching this to be able to have that experience with us. Ticket sales for the FatCon are going to be ending very soon. You can go to the link in my bio and use code JBAE to save 25% on your tickets. I hope to see each and every one of you at the FatCon in Seattle, Washington, January 5th through 7th.
OMG, I wanna go.
I wish I could go.